Hey guys, what's going on? Adam Snyder here with Home and Entrepreneur. So in this video, I want to give you some passive income ideas that I used, pretty much put together, to make a little bit under $2,700 in only 4 hours of my time. This is a strategy that I've used before, a strategy that works over and over again. So once you know the strategy and you implement it time and time again, I guarantee you it's going to make you a passive income that you can actually live off of. So if you're interested in making a passive income that you can actually live off of, then stay tuned, watch the rest of this video, because I guarantee you there's going to be stuff that I didn't teach you in the last videos that people aren't talking about that will help you. So the first thing that I want you to understand is that I took the same principles from one of my last videos on passive income and put those strategies into this exact same strategy. So it does work. If you want to see that first video, I'll put the link in the description box below, so go check that one out. The first thing I want to do is I just want to explain to you the process, exactly step by step what I did, and then I'm going to explain to you the numbers, how it works, and kind of why I did it the way I did. First thing that I did was I created 10 YouTube videos. These videos were very short compared to stuff that I do here on my Home and Entrepreneur channel, but these videos were between like 1.5 minutes to 4 minutes long. I think the longest video was about 4 minutes and 4 or 5 seconds. That's it. That video would actually be cut down. I didn't do the editing on those. I actually hired somebody from a local college and they did the editing. It cost me $10 per video, so I paid $100 for it, but I think it was well worth it. So while they were doing the editing for the videos, what I was doing, it took me about maybe an hour and a half, and I actually wrote a guide. What the guide was for is I was going to promote my guide through the YouTube videos, try to get people over to actually download that guide, read through it, and hopefully click on the affiliate links. So the whole purpose of this whole strategy, this passive income strategy, was to get people on YouTube to click over to my guide, subscribe, put in their email address so I can email them back, later on, and they get a free guide. The guide would teach them how to travel, across the country or across the world, whatever, to any place they want to go on a budget. And so that was pretty much all I was doing. Now, the main thing that I was doing was trying to get them to, inside the videos what I was doing was promoting how to travel to this place, with a family or on a family-friendly budget. And that, it's all about saving. That's the whole point of my guide, was to talk them into, you need to go to this website, you need to buy this thing, you need to go, inside the guide I was giving tips and tricks on days to buy the airline tickets, how to get the best deal, how to negotiate certain prices, using Airbnb or places like that. And it's a great strategy. It's something that I use whenever I travel, and it's something I highly recommend. The other thing that I did was I published that guide on my website, and not on the Homemade Entrepreneur website, but on a website that I've had for a little over a year, probably about a year and a half. And I published this guide on that website. And so one thing I want to admit is, like I said, the website's not new. It's not getting a bunch of traffic, but it's something that I just stuck it on that website because the website is about, saving money. So I stuck it on that website, and it's actually been doing fairly well. You do not need a year or year and a half old website. You could throw something up brand new and it would probably be just as effective. Okay, it took me about half an hour, so not bad. So all in all, I'm in it, probably a little bit over 3.5 hours right now. Then the last thing I did was I advertised all the videos on YouTube, and I'm gonna show you some of my screenshot of my numbers. They're not staggering numbers, but they did very well. I ended up promoting eight videos, but only 7 of them actually got any type of views on them, which is kind of weird. But anyway. So I'm going to show you the numbers to 7 of the videos. Some did better than others, but my cost was about 2 cents per view, so not bad. So hopefully you guys are following along right now with where I'm at. If you have questions, put those in the comment section below. I know I'm probably going to miss a bunch of stuff, but if I do, that's what the comment section's for. I'll be more than happy to answer. You don't got to take this exact same strategy and do it with travel. You can do it with pretty much anything you want to do. Here's how I made the money. The first thing I did was I went to Commission Junction and I got approved to promote TripAdvisor and Expedia. Now, you can promote different companies. Go to cj.com and you can promote different companies. So TripAdvisor says they pay 50% commission, which they don't really pay 50%, especially if somebody books a trip, for $5,000, you're not getting $2,500. So just know that. Their commission rate is still very good. Expedia still, it's a great thing to use. Some people like TripAdvisor, some people like Expedia. I use both because they have a decent cookie, which means that if somebody clicks on your link, I think it's like 7 days later, if they buy the trip or buy whatever, you get rewarded with that commission. So I use both. So the second thing that I did, other than promoting those 2 travel sites, was I actually promoted products on Amazon. Like I said, I'd send people over to Amazon to show them like the sunscreen I recommend getting, or maybe a suitcase, which is really good, maybe a duffel bag, a great carry-on, something like that, a passport holder, things that are just very basic. Then they'd go above and beyond because they keep adding to their list. I want a camera, I need a case for my phone, I need, something in case we get lost, or a map or a book or whatever, and they just keep adding to it, which is, as long as they keep adding to it and keep buying, your commission is going to go up. So that was another way I made more money. And the third thing I did, or fourth thing I guess, was I was promoting a credit card. Now I don't recommend people putting a trip on a credit card, but a lot of people do. So I actually promoted a credit card, which I actually have myself and used quite a bit. Is a Capital One Venture card. They work very well. You get 2 times the miles, which is great. It's something that if you are good with credit and you can pay it off quickly, or you can pay it off immediately, I'd highly recommend doing it because it does give you that added bonus. If you're going to spend the money anyway, why not put it on a credit card and immediately pay it off and get those miles? So that was the next thing that I did. So the way it all worked is I did the videos, I had somebody edit it, I published all those videos, there was 10 videos online on YouTube. Then I put in the description box, put a link to my guide, and once they get to my website, they can subscribe to my email list, and then once they do that, I will send them the free guide. By doing that, I send them back over to my website, which has the guide. The guide's pretty much just on a web page. So I have the guide there, and once they start reading it, clicking on the links, doing all that stuff, booking the trips, figuring out, okay, this is where I need to book it. This is the best day, this is the best month, this is where I need to stay, these are the restaurants I need to go to. All that stuff you can find on TripAdvisor.com. So all that stuff is there. I'm not saying do the exact same thing. You don't gotta use TripAdvisor. You can do whatever you want. But this strategy worked for me. It worked 5 or 6 months ago. It's working now. It's my strategy as far as my martial art guide that I'm selling, and the whole how-to. That's still doing very well. Okay, it's not something that did good and that just stopped. Okay. So just know, I promote different things. I promote 4 different products, or I promote products on Amazon. I promote the Capital One Venture Card. I promote TripAdvisor and booking stuff through there, and Expedia. Some people like Expedia better than TripAdvisor. As far as like restaurants, things to do, booking like tickets or sightseeing or activities, TripAdvisor is where you need to go for that, and you can make some great money on that. As far as flights, travel, packages, car rentals, that's kind of where Expedia does a little bit better, but it's a great mix. So just think about that way, is that if you give them more options, hopefully they'll be able to choose between one or the other. One thing I don't recommend is giving somebody 5 or 10 options, because if you give them 5 or 10 options, usually they don't make a choice at all. So the last thing that I just want to say is that none of my videos really took off. The only way they were really making any money, or I was making any money from this, is by promoting the actual videos. The one thing that I plan on doing now, so I started this in like the middle of January, and right now we're in the middle of March. So what happening is the 2694 that I made, and like I said, that doesn't take account for the $100 I spent on the editor and the $118 I spent on advertising. So if you take those 2 off, that's pretty much what you're getting. That's pretty much how much I made for the month of February. But since the month of February was actually only 28 days long, I actually bumped it into the first 2 days of March as well. So that's from February 1st to March 2nd is what that income's from. That's 30 days. So I just wanted to explain that to you guys. And the last thing is, if I bump up my advertising budget, and I only put $150 in there for that, and that was all I spent. It was $118. So if I bump that up, maybe try to promote a couple other videos, do a couple other videos or something, hopefully I should be able to see more traffic, and then hopefully I'll see more subscribers on my email list, and then also more people clicking on the ads over on my my website. So that's one thing I'm going to do. The next thing I'm going to do is on top of that, I'm going to get into do some Facebook advertising and also use another advertising network, and hopefully that will actually boost my traffic as well. And I'm not going to use Google AdWords or Google AdWords for actually on Google on their website. As far as that, I'm just going to use it for YouTube marketing because I think they're a little bit more too expensive for the niche that I'm in. But that's just one thing I just wanted to say, is that I do have plans to build this out. It's something that I see it's probably going to go a little slow in the next couple months, and then it's going to pick up towards the summertime. But usually like the January, February are usually pretty good months, especially February, because people are either getting their taxes back, they're planning ahead for the spring or the summertime, and so this is a great niche to be in around this time. There are bad times of the year that this probably won't even make $1,000, but right now it's doing very well. So if you guys have questions on this strategy, how it works, just the things I implemented, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I do have another strategy similar to this one in the works already, that probably in the next month or two I will reveal that one and kind of how I made it work and kind of the income behind it. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you share it over on Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to, and just to let other people know passive income is possible. You just gotta know the right strategies. You just gotta know how to do it and do it correctly. So I'll talk to you guys soon.